Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
Radio Network.
And welcome to Murphy Center, the Glass House, home of Blue Cross Basketball Championships on the TSSAA network. We've got Division I Class AAA boys action. Clarksville versus Memphis Central. Clarksville 26-11, Memphis Central 19-9. And you are going to be listening to Dan Hughes on the play-by-play and Coach Joe Holloway doing color today. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. A 2-minute timeout. When we come back, this is a network timeout. We'll set up this game.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Back at the Glass House on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, a semifinal Friday. And this is game 3 as we go to AAA now with Clarksville taking on Central High. I'm Dan Hughes, and along with Joe Holloway, bringing you the play-by-play on this one as both teams on the floor right now taking their warm-ups. Joe, what's Clarksville got to do
to stay in this ball game. I mean, they're fairly evenly matched, but Central is a run and gun team. Clarksville is more of a finesse team.
Well, first thing, they've got to control tempo, and they've got to improve their offensive output. Actually, both teams in that Clarksville game the other day was sloppy, but part of it because of great defense. They've got to hit free throws, and they got to hit them early, not just in the last 2 minutes. And they've got to out-rebound this Memphis Central team, who is a very physical team. Memphis Central, I'll tell you what now, they can play man. They can play a 2-3 zone. They like to use that 2-2-1 press, which they used to slow Ottawa down that wanted to run on them the other day.
When you come out of Memphis and Shelby County with a 19-9 record, you're pretty good ball clubs, you know?
Oh, you're very good, because you got to remember you had to play Melrose and Hamilton and Memphis Northside, people like that.
You talk like you've been to Shelby County a few times.
Had to make a few trips. The path to the state tournament in West Tennessee, AAA runs through Memphis.
You got it. And right now, Memphis Central taking on Clarksville. Then we got a team in the next game, Memphis East, who is another team that had to come through Shelby County, and that means surviving Shelby County. When you say coming through Shelby County, you got to survive to get out of Shelby County.
Well, let's add some more teams to it. Southwind, Ridgeway, and Bartlett always has great boys basketball.
It is amazing, and Booker T was not a sneeze team last night or yesterday afternoon.
Remember, the only loss was to Westwood.
That's right.
And that was an upset.
And after that shot last night from 78 feet, that was about the end of that one.
What was that? Excedrin headache number 22, or by the name of Swift?
Let's take a 2-minute local break. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Musco Sports Lighting.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I'll take a look at this. Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
This afternoon's game between Clarksville and Memphis Central. For Clarksville, Ted Young, the head coach, 26-11 on the season. They are the Wildcats. And they are dressed in the white, trimmed in the dark blue. They'll start Williams, DeJohn Williams, 6'1" senior, number 3. Number 4 is Eric Holmes, 6'2" senior. Number 5 is Chase Knott, 6'2" senior. Number 14, Drake Young, 6'4", junior. And number 15, Anthony Hightower, 6'4", senior. They start 4 seniors and 1 junior. For Central, Andre Applewhite, 6'5", senior, number 3. Number 5 is Myron Johnson, 5'8", senior. Number 11 is Joshua Jones, 6'4", junior. Number 22, Darius Sorrell, 6'6" senior, and number 32, Frank Heron, 6'6" senior. 4 seniors, 1 junior, and height advantage goes to Memphis Central.
And probably the rebounding advantage, too, and that's something that Clarksville is going to have to do if they shoot as poorly as they did the other day. And, again, Dan, they have been out rebounding people. You're going to see man-to-man for the most part by Clarksville. They do have a little 2-3 zone they'll slip in every once in a while.
Memphis Central, 19-9 on the season. Clarksville, 26-11 on the season. Semifinal action. The winner will play the winner of the next game, and that will be Memphis East and help me,
Science
Joe.
Hill.
Science Hill.
Yep.
I've seen so many games the last 2 weeks that they all just begin to jumble together.
They really do. 3-point edge right now goes to Memphis Central shooting, and guess what? Nobody of yours and mine, Jimmy Adams, won the last state championship at Memphis Central, and I think Ted Young had Clarksville here, in 2007?
Right.
But they lost to Maryville, I believe.
Right. I remember.
You were here.
For 30 years I've been sitting. Here we go. 8 minutes on the clock. We're set to jump. Central dressed in the forest green, trimmed in the gold. It will be Hightower jumping against 22 Sorrell. There's the tip, and it's going to be controlled by Clarksville. Clarksville works it out front. This is Williams. Williams on the left side. Williams takes it down to the top of the key, right side to Knott. Knott flips it over into the corner, over to Young. Young back out to Williams, over to the left side to Young, back out front, top of the key to Holmes, back to the left side to Hightower. Hightower drives, puts it up off the glass, no good. Scramble for the rebound, coming down with it, Applewhite. And a pass intercepted down the floor is Young for Clarksville. Behind the back pass, and he throws it right to Applewhite. Down the floor, Central. Stops, pops, 3 off the rim, won't go. Rebounds by Clarksville. Holmes with the basketball. Holmes to the left side. Holmes takes it to the baseline, drives, and shot blocked. And it's blocked by Sorrell, and he gets the basketball, and they're going to slow it down.
Well, somebody's got to get control of this game because it was like helter-skelter there for a minute.
Applewhite over to Johnson. Johnson flips it on the inside. Back out front to Johnson, to Applewhite at the top of the key. Back to Johnson on the right side. Back to Applewhite. Over into the corner he goes to Jones. 3 in the air. It's all air. Rebound coming out with it, Clarksville. This is Williams with the ball. We're scoreless. 6:40 remaining. First quarter of play. Out front, not top of the key. Loop pass goes inside, up to Drake Young for 2, and that puts Clarksville on top, 2-zip. Johnson with the basketball for Memphis Central. Slowly brings it down, out top of the key to Sorrell. Back to Johnson. Johnson to Jones. Jones to the left side. Back out front to Applewhite. Applewhite, top of the key, takes it into the lane. Shot good. We tied at 2.
That's what he does well, is penetrate and shoot that little 12 to 15-foot jumper.
Williams across the stripe for Clarksville. 2-2, we're tied. 5:50 remaining, first quarter. Right side to Knott. Knott flips it on the inside. Whistle, traveling call.
Good curl cut then, but he didn't keep his feet still.
Turnover is going to go the way of Memphis Central. We're tied 2-2. 5:46 remaining, first quarter of play. Now on the floor, Johnson. Johnson, bounce pass, goes into the corner. They drive in baseline, puts it up, rolls it home. Applewhite.
Violation of the cardinal sin of basketball, giving up the baseline.
And they gave it up, and he took advantage of it. Out front, Williams. Williams gives it into the lane. Dump pass goes back outside to Young. Young to the left side to Hightower. Gives it over to Williams. Williams to the left side. Williams takes it into the corner. Drives. Back over right side to Young. Into the corner to Holmes. Holmes pumps the dribble. He drives baseline. And we've got a foul call. 5:02 remaining, first quarter. 4-2 the score, Central leading.
A little shake and bake there, and again we give up the baseline.
Who did they charge the foul to? 32. Frank Herron. Inbounding will be Clarksville from beneath their bucket. Bounce pass goes right side. This is Young with the ball. Backs out center court. Young out front. Back to the right side to Williams. 3 up off the side. No good. Rebound is by Central. Down the floor, Johnson. Johnson into the lane. Drives. Had it open. Lays it up and in.
A little yo-yo move. Body control. Laid it in. And you notice that Central went 2-3 zone on out of bounds. They'll go back man to man.
Down the floor, Williams. Williams out front, top of the key. Works left side to Holmes. Holmes drives in the lane. Shot deflected. Loose ball picked up. Still free on the floor. Still free on the floor. Whistle going to have a foul. And the foul is going to be on number 22, Darius Sorrell.
And a little lost focus that time, Dan. Nobody really wanted to take control of the basketball until Williams picked it up.
Little tempers flared, too.
Yeah, well, you know, there's a little bit of talking there between each other, you know, introducing themselves and having a nice conversation.
Inbounding Clarksville. Goes to Williams. Williams out front. Back over to the left side. Williams stops, pops. 3 in the air. Yes, it's there.
48% three-point shooter.
6-5 now. Memphis Central leading. 4:05 remaining in the first quarter. Central with the ball. Johnson. Johnson gives it over the left side to Jones. Back out front to Applewhite. Over to Johnson. Into the corner. Back out front. They work the perimeter. Looking on the inside constantly for the opening. There's a little jumper from the left side. It's no good. Rebound coming out. Clarksville. Holmes with the rebound. Out across the time stripe goes to Knott. Knott kicks it over into the corner. 3 up off the side. No good. Rebound is by Memphis Central. This is Applewhite. Long pass complete at the baseline. Traveling goal. Oh, my.
Couldn't scotch in quick enough then, and the referee right on top of it. And again, got to get back under control. Whoever controls tempo wins this ball game.
And these officials letting them play a little.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's the way the game was made to be played.
Williams across the stripe. Williams out to the top of the key. Hands it off, goes to Knott. Knott nearly got his pocket picked, and loose basketball. Jump ball called, and the possession error goes to Memphis Central.
Let's see, even that, Dan, is good basketball. People on the floor, and, you know, we've had some games where there's been some fouls called on that.
Let them play.
Yeah. Well, that's what Dr. Naismith, you know, I knew him.
People pay good money to watch people play ball, not shoot free throws.
That's right.
Out front across the time stripe. This is Johnson. Johnson over to the right side to Jones. Jones to the right side. Jones back out top of the key. Goes Johnson. Johnson drives right side lane. Open underneath, up and in for 2. Myron Johnson.
Such a battle in the post that the post defender couldn't get loose to go stop the layup.
8-5 the score. 3-point advantage by Memphis Central. Clarksville with the ball. A drive to the baseline. This is Williams, and he backs out. Got his pocket picked by Johnson. Here comes Central. Down the floor, and they pass it off underneath, and a foul. He's got his choice of 3 to call the foul on. 2-shot foul coming up here for Memphis Central. And they charge it on Holmes. Eric Holmes charged with the foul, and Herron to the line 2 times. Isaac shot it, missed everything.
That one, not enough knee bend. I think he's still thinking about the message that Brother Holmes just delivered to him. And he did deliver one on that layup.
Second shot in the air, missed them both. Rebound is by Clarksville down the floor. This is Holmes with the basketball. Holmes passes off left side, 3 in the air. Off the side, won't go. Whistle got a foul on the rebound. Somebody over the back. 2:17 remaining, first quarter.
Dan,
Herron charged with a foul.
I believe they got him for just clearing people out. Now, there was a Clarksville player over the back.
Inbound, and the ball's tipped away, and it's controlled by Memphis Central. Somebody got popped, didn't they?
Applewhite.
And a loose basketball picked up this time by Holmes. Holmes feeds it off underneath. Up and in for two is Williams. 8-7, 1-point ball game by Central. This is Jones with the basketball at midcourt. Jones to the top of the key. Gives it over right side to Applewhite. Three in the air. Yes, it's there.
He is a very good shooter and the coach's son.
11-7. With a name like Applewhite, you've got to be Kansas City.
Yep.
Right side goes to Young. Young over to Hightower. Hightower at the top of the key. Drives into the lane. Tried to put it up. No good. Whistle got a foul. Who'd he get? My guess will be Jones. And I'm right. To the line, Anthony Hightower, the 6'4" senior to the line, shooting 2 times with 1:26 remaining in the quarter. Shot good.
And that looked much better than the other day. This was the Achilles heel for Clarksville that allowed the team to make a comeback on them in the fourth quarter.
11-8. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound coming out with it is Central, and up and in for two is Holmes. What a move to the hoop.
Boy, I tell you what, he can do it, and that's Eric Holmes. He averages 7, or he had 7 in the contest the other day.
Johnson to Jones. Jones out front. Gives it back over right side to Johnson. Johnson to Applewhite. That's a 6-5 point out there, Joe.
And he can handle it.
Out front. .45 seconds remaining. He stops at the free throw line, puts it up and in. You're right. 13-10 the score. 3-point lead by Memphis Central. Clarksville with the ball. This is Williams. Williams out front. Over the right side to Young. Young in front court. 20 seconds remaining in the quarter. Young pumps the dribble. The yo-yo dribble over to Williams now. Williams out front court. He backs up. 6 seconds remaining. Bounce pass. Out top of the key. They drive in the lane. Up shot off the glass. No good. And that's the end of the quarter. A lot of contact, no whistle. End of the first quarter of play. The score, Memphis Central 13, Clarksville 10. Back in 1 minute.
Because you can see forever.
Hey, you want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat. Or we'll choose one for you.
Central 13, Clarksville 10. Good ball game.
It's a great ball game. Both teams playing tremendous defense, but in the last 2 minutes we saw an offensive spurt by both teams.
We did. We're set to play as they inbound right in front of us. This is Johnson, gives it out to Applewhite. Correct that to Williams for Clarksville. Gives it out to Knott. Knott over to Williams. Williams to the left side, over to Young. Young to the left wing. Young top of the key, whistle. And we got a moving screen charged against Clarksville.
A little extra hip action on the screen there. And you'll catch that. A lot of these offenses don't get set. They taught this run-by screen that's become popular so much that people get in trouble.
Applewhite brings it down for Central, who leads by 3. Applewhite to the top of the key. Stops. 3 in the air. Yes, sir. 16-10 the score. 6-point advantage by Memphis Central. Clarksville with the basketball. Gives it over into the corner. Drives to the baseline. Stops off the glass. Shot no good. Rebound by Central. Sorrell got the rebound. Gives it over into the corner. It goes to Gillespie. Back out front now. Top of the key. Into the lane. Up off the glass in the bucket. Applewhite.
They're running one-hander. It takes good body balance and eye focus to get that.
18-10. 8-point lead by Central. Clarksville with the ball. Whistle. Offensive foul. Anthony Hightower going to be charged with a foul.
Dan was at his MasterCard or Visa that was revoked.
He discovered
it. Right now, the fire department needs to come to Central. They are shooting 70% from the field.
And here we go with Applewhite down across the time stripe. Applewhite is fouled out there by Holmes at midcourt. Inbounding will be Central.
Yeah, Holmes is the enforcer, evidently, because he gives you a pretty good shot when he fouls you.
Lets you think about it for a while. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Good defensive play by Drake Young of Clarksville. Memphis Central will inbound against the press. This is Johnson. Johnson across the stripe. Johnson out front. Johnson drives in the lane. 7-footer in the air. No good. Rebounds by Holmes, and he is fouled. Foul's going to be on Central, and the foul's going to be on Myron Johnson.
And a lot of times you get a foul when you slap down. He's got quick hands, but not quick enough to fool the official. If you'll dig up at it, they don't hear the pop and won't call it.
That's true.
A little coaching tip there.
Down the floor, Young. Over to Holmes. Across the time stripe. Over to Williams. As Clarksville works the perimeter. 3 up, 3 down. Williams for 3. 18-13. 5-point lead by Central. 6:05 remaining in the first half. Into the lane, whistle, and a body foul there by Drake Young, number 14.
Going back to Williams, remember for the season he's a 48% three-point shooter. Today he's a 100% three-point shooter.
So far. Inbounding will be Central. This is Johnson. Johnson out front. Johnson to the top of the key. Gives it to the left side. To Gillespie. Feeds it in the lane. Driving layup. Good by Sorrell. And the basket will be good and whistle, and we got a foul.
Dan, that was all caused by the help side defender on this wing not getting in the lane and stepping in and taking a charge.
Not charged with the foul. To the line will be Sorrell one time. He eyes it. He popped it. He got it. 21-13 Central. 5:49 remaining. First half of play. Out across the stripe, Holmes. Holmes gives it over in the lane, and a bad pass knocked out of bounds.
Dan, that time Central went to that 2-2-1 to try to slow Clarksville down. They broke it and looked like they had something going.
Almost.
Yeah, recovery's the secret to a press, and the young man got in there and knocked it away.
Williams gives it out front to Young. Young, 3 in the air. Off the side of the rim, won't go. Rebound, Clarksville. Shot rejected. Loose ball down the floor, across the stripe. Johnson driving, whistled, and drew the foul. 2-shot foul coming up here for Myron Johnson of Central. That was quick moving.
Oh, he's quicker than a hiccup.
Myron Johnson, a 5'8" senior, to the line 2 times for Memphis Central. He eyes it. He shot it. He got it.
When he stands in there and toes the line, he is a very good free throw shooter.
5:25 remaining in the first half of play. Second shot in the air, off the back of the rim, no good. You jinxed him.
Well, he started backing out of there on that one.
Here comes Williams with the basketball for Clarksville. Over to Young. Young nearly lost it. He did lose it. Loose ball. And there's a slam by Applewhite. You knew that was coming.
Oh, hey, you could feel it.
24-13 Central. Out front, Williams. Back over to Young. Cross court goes left side. Williams, three in the air. Off the side, no good. Rebound up. Shot no good. Rebound up. No good. Scramble for a loose basketball. Coming out with it is Clarksville, and they put it up again. It's no good. Loose ball this time. Scramble for it on the floor, and coming out with it is Clarksville, and they put it up, and it's no good. And whistle, and finally a foul is called.
But they let them play, Dan. That was good action then.
Everybody enjoyed it. 4:34 remaining in the first half of play. Foul is called on 22, Sorrell.
One of the things they don't do well is rebound out of that pressure 2-3 zone of Central.
Drake Young to the line, and he misses the first one. He'll have another.
And Clarksville shot less than 50% from the free throw line, and that got them in trouble in the quarterfinals.
Second shot in the air, missed them both, and they're 1 out of 4. Maybe 1 out of 5. Out across the time stripe. Central with the basketball. Out front, Johnson. Johnson to the top of the key, goes right side. Johnson drives in the lane, puts it up, puts it in.
Hang time.
No defense.
Yep. Defense has been broken down 3 out of the last 4 trips.
Williams to the left side. Gives it left wing to Holmes. Back out front. 3 in the air. Yes, it's there by Williams.
Home run ball by Williams.
He had to hit it. 26-16. 10-point advantage by Central. Out front, Johnson. Johnson lost, and he timeout is called. I hate this call. Timeout is called. 10-point advantage by Memphis Central. 3:47 remaining in the half. And this will be a 30-second logo break. Three minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the first half of play. Memphis Central leading 26-16 over Clarksville. Semifinal action coming your way from Middle Tennessee State University in Murfreesboro. Central will inbound. This is Johnson. Johnson way out in front court. Johnson to the left side, whistle, and a foul away from the ball.
Moving pick. On that back pick.
And I saw that one.
Yeah.
And the foul is going to be on 21, Kane.
You know, Central only used 7 players until the last 30 or 40 seconds of their contest the other day. This is the young man that logged 7 minutes as the 6th man.
Out across the time stripe. Williams to the left side. Williams gives it out to Knott. Back to Williams. Little jumper in the air. Rattle the rim, won't go. Rebound is by Applewhite. Down the floor, Central leading by 10. 3:15 remaining in the first half of play. Applewhite starts in, looks, stops, pops, shot short, rebound. Coming out with the rebound is Clarksville. Out across the stripe. This is Knott to the left side. Over to Holmes. Holmes to the left wing. Holmes gives it off underneath, up and in for 2, and I was screened out.
And that was number 30, Tevin Majors, I believe, slipping the screen and getting that one.
Out across the stripe. 8-point ball game in favor of Memphis Central. Out front, this is Jones. Jones gives it out to Johnson. To Applewhite at the top of the key. Back over to Jones. 2:25 remaining first half. To Johnson. Johnson, top of the circle. Johnson drives in, stops, loses control of the basketball. It's free on the floor, and it's finally picked up by Knott of Clarksville. Down the floor in the lane, up shot, won't go. Ball tipped away and out of bounds, and his last touch by Clarksville. They missed a rocking chair layup.
You got to hit those gimmies like that. Clarksville's made a little defensive adjustment. Dan, I think we've got a timeout coming.
2:05 remaining in the first half. 26-18, Central leading. A 1-minute timeout. We'll be back right after this. Inbounding Memphis Central, and they'll bring it down. Leading by 8, 26-18. 2 minutes remaining in the first half of play. Applewhite brings out across the stripe. Applewhite out top of the key. Takes it, looks for help. Gives it out front, goes to Johnson. Over to Jones. Jones top of the circle. Back out White, out front to Johnson. Over to the left side, it goes to Jones. Jones to the left wing. Jones to the top of the key to Applewhite. Applewhite looks for the opening, finds it, gives it over to Johnson. They need a minute off. I think that's what their intent was, don't you?
They want to eat some off, and they want to find a hole in that defense, and they've cut down their splits.
In the lane, driving layup. They found the opening. Johnson drives and lays it up and in.
Did you see the wing defender float out at Applewhite there? Was the mistake on defense.
Now on the floor, Williams. Williams to the left side. Williams drives, kicks it right side, long three. Yes, it's there. Not for three. 28-21. 7-point advantage by Memphis Central. Central with the basketball. 30 seconds remaining in the first half. 11 gives it out to Jones to Applewhite. Applewhite out over to the right side to Johnson. Johnson gives it into the lane. Back out front, Applewhite. 10 seconds remaining. Applewhite makes his move. Takes it top of the key. Off balance, three goes away, out of bounds. And it will belong to Clarksville with 3.3 seconds remaining. Joe, are you or I wonder have got to say something about Coach Applewhite's haircut? I mean, it takes us back to when we were.
Oh, I feel young
in
again.
School. Long ball tipped away, and that is going to be the end of the first half. The end of the first half of play, the score. Memphis Central 28, Clarksville 21. 2-minute network break coming your way on the TSSAA network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee Public Television station, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history. I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact. Because you can see forever from Signal Mountain. And with the right vision plan, you can see a whole lot more. Because 5 kids in Jackson means 40 bicuspids at the dentist. Because of a mobile site that helps you find a doctor. Because of small towns, big businesses, and partnering together for affordable solutions in health and wellness. Every policy tells a story. You carry us because we carry you. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. Health, wellness, dental, vision.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
And welcome back to the Glass House at Murphy Center for Division I Boys Blue Cross Championship Basketball. And no, it's not the jungle, but Kim Van Atta is here. And Kim, let's talk about the jungle. It's the road today. And over this weekend, here in the mid-state area, you've got men's NCAA action, women's NCAA action, and TSSAA Championship Basketball. A lot of extra cars, a little bad weather. Governor's Highway Safety Program's got thoughts about that.
Well, actually, on my way in today, I saw 3 crashes. There was one that had part of a guardrail was out in the middle of the road. And if I had not been paying close attention, I would have either hit the guardrail or hit a car in the lane beside me because I had to swerve out of the way. So if I had a cell phone in my hand or I was messing with the CD player or the GPS or anything, I would have had a crash there on top of the other crash that was already there. Then there was a gator in the road. You know, are you familiar with gators?
Oh, lots of them. Those trucks leave them all the time.
It was right in the middle of the road. And again, it's pouring down rain. If you're not paying attention, you're going to have a crash. This weather has been crazy today. And like you said, the extra cars are on the road because of all these sporting events. So it just one more thing to make you think about how you need to get out there and be a defensive driver instead of an offensive driver, which many people are today because they want to be the ones to get there first. And they feel like they have to be connected all the time, 24/7, so they have that cell phone in their hands, checking their email. Kids are texting nonstop right now because they don't think they can be out of touch with anybody. Unfortunately, when they're doing this behind the wheel, they don't understand the consequences.
Kim, I've stayed in Nashville, so I've had to drive down 24. I noticed a phenomena that you and I have mentioned before with drivers, but it was raining today, and people actually drove faster today than they did when it was dry.
And I don't know. That's such an anomaly. I don't understand. When it's raining, you're supposed to slow down. The speed limit signs actually are based on dry weather and no traffic and lighting conditions. And now wet weather, that's the speed limit no longer is a factor. You drive slower than the speed limit. And for some reason, people drive faster than the speed limit when the weather is bad.
Oh, I know it is. It's something else to happen with that. Let's talk about the statistics here in Tennessee because they're so important. We're doing so much better, but I'm sure everybody wants to know how much better our driving and loss of life has been.
Well, every year for the past 8 years, we've gone down in fatals, which is incredible because we're setting records. Actually, 2011, we had less than 1,000 fatals. Of course, the way we look at it is even one is one too many. Behaviorally speaking, which is what our office does, we're trying to change the actions beginning with this age group because it's 15 and 16-year-old kids just beginning to drive, so they're not experienced enough to be out there focused on anything except for driving. So we're really focusing on that demographic.
Oh, it really is. That's an important demographic also of these young people. And I see the ball boys handling the ball and stuff over there. we really, and this is part of what y'all do, is start even this early training these kids, trying to get them to be safety conscious.
That age group looks middle school, and Stephen Bargatze works for the TSSAA, and he is a world-class magician. And he travels statewide to all the middle schools and the high schools doing a presentation for us, Booze It and Lose It, Click It or Ticket. And he is an incredible presentation from our office, and he works with the TSSAA. The TSSAA is a great partnership for us anyway because of the demographics that we have.
Well, it really is. And, of course, y'all work with local law enforcement agencies. And to be honest with you, we the citizens, Governor's Highway Safety Office, law enforcement, we all need to work together too.
That's right. I mean, we're the ones that the central cog. I mean, the Booze It and Lose It, you see Governor's Highway Safety Office, the Click It or Ticket, Governor's Highway Safety Office, but we can't do any of this without our partnerships. TSSAA is a very important one, and like you said, law enforcement, we can't do anything without law enforcement. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't even like law enforcement unless they need them, and then all of a sudden they like them. But they do prevent crashes.
And our new question for the night, because I have texting to my show also, and they've been listening back at 96.5. Somebody wants to know, do you come and speak at schools?
I guess I could come and speak at schools if somebody wants me to. Nobody's ever asked.
Nobody.
I would be happy to, though.
You would be happy to. Kim, I always give you a final statement, and you can do whatever you want.
I know, but you always lead me into it. The Booze It and Lose It. Lose your license, your freedom, or your life, with the last, of course, being the most tragic.
It really is. Kim, always a pleasure. We will see you. Got a couple of more games today, and definitely see you on Championship Saturday.
Absolutely.
There she is, the one and only Kim Van out of the Governor's Highway Safety Office. We have a good ball game here, somewhat of a white knuckler, 28-21. Memphis Central leading over Clarksville. We'll be back after this 1 minute local timeout, a 1 minute local timeout.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
28-21 our score here at halftime, and a 7-point advantage by Memphis Central as they lead Clarksville. Here's the way the scoring has gone, and for Memphis Central, they've shot 66% from the field. They're 2 of 5 from the three-point land and 2 of 5 from the charity stripe. For Clarksville, 8 of 25, 32% from the field, which is the difference in the game. First half, they were 4 of 9 from three-point land, which is very good. From the line, only 1 of 4, 25%. They scored Central scored 13 points the first quarter, 15 the second. Clarksville 10 points the first quarter and 11 the second. Total points, Applewhite with 16 first-half points in this ball game. Johnson has 9 and Sorrell has 3 for a total of 28. Williams with 11 points for Clarksville. Holmes with 2, Knott with 3, Young with 2, Hightower with 1, and Majors with 2 for a total of 21 points in the ball game. And the difference in the ball game, field percentage.
That field goal percentage, very important. Dan, Memphis Central's going to have to get some people involved in their offense. Only 3 people scored. One of their leading scorers, Joshua Jones, did not score. They only had 1 assist. That's the reason at the end Clarksville was able to shut down that penetration, except for that one mistake when they floated out at Applewhite. Dejon Williams, after starting out hot from the three-point line, was cooled down a little bit. He's still 3 for 6. You got to hit free throws, and you got to hit your field goals if you're Clarksville.
You got to hit the little layup. I can recall a couple of rocking chair layups, what I always call them, from Clarksville that they missed in the first half.
With no real pressure on them.
No pressure whatsoever.
And Central's going to have to rebound better out of their 2-3 zone. Tell you what, several offensive rebounds were gotten by Clarksville against that, and they have. And notice Memphis Central has no offensive rebounds. Clarksville has 9.
Here we go. As Memphis Central inbounds the basketball. This is Johnson. Third quarter action underway. Over to Sorrell. Back out front to Applewhite. Over to Johnson. To Jones. Good defense by Clarksville. Left side bounce pass. Ball knocked away. Loose ball picked up. Jumper in the air. Won't go. Rebound into the corner. It goes and out of bounds. And who's basketball? It belongs to Clarksville. Dan, I got some email, some text messages at the half. People listening on the internet and watching the game Play on Sports. What a good job they do.
Oh, they do a great job.
Here's Young driving in the lane up, and he missed another rocking chair layup. Down the floor, across the stripe. This is a shot in the air. It's no good by Gillespie. And loose ball picked up by Clarksville down the floor. One-on-one, turnaround shot up. Good. This time it went in. Hightower.
A little showtime on that reverse pivot, but he is one of their leading scorers.
28-23. 5-point advantage now by Memphis Central. 6:55 remaining in the third. In the lane, back out front, left side, Jones. Jones in the lane, drives, and whistle. We got a foul, and the foul's going to be on Clarksville.
Dan, that's just what I was talking about. You see the help side defender didn't come across from the wing, and he was able to split the defense.
And inbounding, and call it a floor foul. Inbounding underneath their bucket will be Memphis Central. They give it over left side. Little jumper in the air. It's off the back of the rim. No good. Scramble for the ball. Coming out with it down the floor. This is the right side. 3 in the air. Off to Smart. Won't go. Tip no good. Over the back. Over the back. I think Memphis Central. Number 11 charged with the foul as Jones. They ruled that a floor foul as well. And inbounding will be Williams. Way out front he goes to Young. Young gives it left side. 3. Drained her down. Hightower. That ball died on the rim.
Your thoughts and mine exactly.
Right side. Long one up. It won't go. Whistle got a foul. And it's a 2-shot foul coming up here for Memphis Central. Number 11, Joshua Jones to the line 2 times.
Cardinal rule of basketball, never foul the jump shooter. Hubie Brown would be screaming and muttering oaths right now.
Hey, Isaac shot it, missed it, Joe.
Central's come out a little cold, and the defensive intensity has picked up for Clarksville.
This is Applewhite to the line. We got a 2-point ball game. And he missed them both. Rebound is by Clarksville. Hightower with the rebound. Gives it over to Williams. 2-point lead, Memphis Central. 6:15 remaining in the third. Goes to the left side, top of the key. This is Clarksville working the ball. A lot of contact. Left side. Goes to Knott top of the circle. Back over the left side to Holmes. Holmes, free throw line, jumper up, won't go. Rebound is by Applewhite. Here comes Central with the ball. Over to Johnson. Johnson to the right side. Gives it to Sorrell. Long one in the air, no good. Rebound, Drake Young. Here comes Clarksville. 5:35 remaining in the third. Long NBA 3, yes! And Clarksville takes a 1-point lead, 29-28. Driving layup up, good with the bucket, Young. Make that Jones with the bucket.
2 minutes and 40 seconds without a score till then for Central.
30-29, Central by 1. Young with the basketball to the right side. Pocket pick down the floor. This is Applewhite, one-on-one, reverses, puts it up, no good. Whistle got a foul. Foul's going to be on Knott of Clarksville.
Nice drive. He just couldn't get the English to get it to kiss off the glass. We've got a white knuckler, Dan.
Going to be a good one.
Yes.
30-29, Memphis Central leading Clarksville.
Makes you wonder if John Madden's in here. He'd say it was a slobber knocker.
Applewhite. Eyes it, popped it, got it. 31-29. Central leading.
Look for some pressure out of Central this time.
Second one up good. 32-29. 3-point advantage by Memphis Central.
Wrestling
match. A foul before the inbound.
Well, I don't think Johnson, well, it wasn't Johnson, Jones. He didn't have a search warrant then.
Joshua Jones charged with a foul.
His third, and he hadn't scored. He's having one of those days.
Holmes with the ball, whistle, and a foul away from the basketball. This was on Johnson.
And he didn't have his search warrant either. I thought he was just introducing himself. A little bump and grind, and now let's see if we have a double foul.
Another foul on the inbound. Who did we get again? Johnson? Yes. Now the official's going to have a discussion.
A wise move. That was a very good move by the official. Gentlemen, let's play basketball and quit the bumping and grinding.
Inbounding. You said they'd step up the pressure. Now they got a foul, and the foul this time is on Williams of Clarksville.
You knew that Applewhite was getting ready to set up for a blind charge. Two people teach that better than anybody, I think, in the state, and that's Steve Patterson at Madison and Donnie Braswell used to be at Union City.
Now what do we got?
Well, they pointed to Williams and to Johnson, and they may be excusing them for a while.
Timeout call. Maybe everybody will get it all together.
Hopefully
Timeout
so.
call. I hope so. And a good move here. 30-second local break coming your way on the TSSAA network. Both Williams and Johnson going to take a little breather.
That's interesting. And they're still talking to the players, and one player didn't report. Proper way to do things. You must keep out of a timeout report.
That's an alert official.
He's done a good job. This crew, I like what this crew's done.
Inbounding is Memphis Central, left side Applewhite. Applewhite drives, fades away, puts it up, no good off the front of the rim, and goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to Clarksville, trailing by 3. Now they're going to put number 3 back into the ball game. That would be Williams, but the official going to the scorer's table.
Well, the question is, did they excuse them permanently, or did they just ask the coaches to let both young men calm down? And I have seen that happen, which is a wise thing. Now they're going to bring them both in. And you didn't harm the contest, Dan.
No. That's common sense officiating.
Very good.
Inbounding is Clarksville. Down the floor, Williams. Williams across the time stripe. Central leading by 3. Over to the right side to Young. Back over to Hightower. Hightower at the top of the key. Works it now to the left side. Over to Williams. Williams, NBA 3, short. Rebound, up 2. Following it is not. And it's a 1-point ball game, 32-31. Central by 1. 4:15 remaining in the third quarter of play. Johnson with the basketball. Johnson gives it over to Jones. Jones in the lane. Ball knocked around. Left side, fadeaway jumper up good with the bucket, Sorrell. 34-31, 3-point lead Central. Down across the stripe, this is Williams. Williams in the lane, bounce pass underneath, and the feed was good for 2.
And that happened because the defender didn't get into the lane far enough on help defense.
1-point game, Central with the basketball. Out front, left side, goes to Sorrell. Back out front to Jones. Jones to the left wing. Jones drives, spins, turns, churns up 2. Whistle foul, bucket will count.
And I believe that's Jones' first 2 points of the night.
Basket is good. Foul is on number 5, not. He'll go to the line and shoot one time. Joshua Jones. Applewhite back into the ball game. Jones shot it, got it. 37-33, 4-point advantage by Memphis Central. Clarksville with the ball out front. This is Williams. Williams over to the right side. Over to Young. Young to the right wing. They spread it out, Joe.
They too are trying to find that hole. They really want to get Williams the basketball.
Young works the ball out front court. Whistle and a foul away from the ball, and it's 3 and 5, tying up again.
And somebody's going to have their 4th foul.
And it's going to be Johnson. That is 4 on Johnson.
That's an item because he's their second leading scorer and the point guard. Mark that in your book at the 2:46 mark of the third quarter.
I bet Coach Applewhite gets somebody's attention on the bench over there in a minute. What do you think?
Yes.
One of the assistants anyway. In the lane, whistle, and we got a hand check foul going to be called. I think it'll be on Joshua Jones.
I agree with you.
Jones charged with a foul. That's 4 on him.
Now this is where Central gets hurt because they're only used to using 6 players.
Inbound shot, no good. Rebound down the floor, scramble for it, and we got a foul. And the foul is going to be on Clarksville. And it's going to be on Holmes. And a good officiating crew has kept this game under control.
They really have. They've done a good job. And Dedrick Thomas, the 5'11" freshman, may be checking in.
Left side, Applewhite. Now a hand check foul. Going to be charged to 14, Drake Young.
And that's consistent because they call the hand check down here on this end on Jones.
To the line will be Hightower with the Hightower. Make it Applewhite to the line. Shooting a 1-and-1. Shot up good. He'll have another. 38-33. 5-point advantage by Memphis Central.
That was good for him then. Let's see if he can repeat that very good free throw for him.
Second one up. Got it. 39-33, 6-point advantage. Into the game for Clarksville, number 30, Majors. And here comes Clarksville down the floor. And the person of Williams. Williams drives, and what do we got? We got a blocking foul going to be charged against Memphis.
And both officials gave each other the look, and they both agreed.
Thomas charged with a foul for Memphis. To the line is Williams. Williams, Isaac, shot it, got it, 11 other, 39-34.
That was his first free throw.
Seven of 12. Got a lane violation. And it was the shooter. Across the line.
Too big a hurry to try to rebound it. If you hit them, you don't have to rebound them, Dan.
Now the officials are talking. And Central will inbound and bring it down. Coach Ted Young pleading his case to no avail. Now out front, Applewhite. Applewhite to the right side. Drives in. Whistle. Hand check foul going to be called on Young.
At this point in time, when you need to get back to good foot moving defense, both teams starting to play defense with their hands more than they are their feet. And good help side in position.
To the line is Andre Applewhite. And he will shoot the 1+. Isaac shot it. Got it. He'll have another. There you see Andre the first.
But I'm like you now. That
head coach on the screen.
Feel younger with that haircut that coach has got.
I like it.
I do too.
Second shot. Stood. It takes me back to the 60s. Down across the time stripe. This is Williams for Clarksville. Williams top of the key. Started to held up. Gives it over to Young. Back over to Williams. Over the left side to Knott. Knott kicks it into the corner. They drive and put it up. No good. Tip, no good. Tip again, no good. Scramble for the loose basketball. And out of bounds, they say it went. And it'll belong to Clarksville underneath the bucket.
Central really has trouble rebounding. This is a tighter zone, a 2-3 zone, but they still gave up a bunch of offensive rebounds.
41-34. Memphis Central leading. 1:45 remaining in the third. This is Young. Young gives it over to Hightower. Kicks it over in the corner. Long three in the air. No good. Rebound coming out with it is Gillespie. Lost control of the ball. Loose basketball. Right side whistle. What do we got? A technical foul. Joe, I have no idea what the technical is about.
It had to be a magic word said. And it's probably going to go against number 10 of Memphis Central, Antonio Gillespie. Let's see. It is definitely Antonio Gillespie because he's getting the riot act read to him by the coach.
Technical foul charged. Williams will go to the line and shoot 2 on the tech. Shot up, good. 41-35.
And for you fans at home, that's a personal foul also on Gillespie.
Second one up, it is good. 41-36. Fouls are even with 8 apiece. 1:30 remaining in the third. Now inbounding is Clarksville. This is Williams with the basketball. Williams out front. Williams drives, kicks it in the corner, 3 in the air. Yes, it's there! That was Drake Young for 3, and we got a 2-point ball game again.
And that zone's got to know where 3 people are on Clarksville, and Williams and Drake Young are 2 of them.
Applewhite, long 2 is is in the air. It's good. 43-39. 4-point advantage by Memphis Central. Less than a minute remaining in the third. Out top of the key. Goes to Young. Feeds it right side. 3 in the air. Won't go. Rebound is by Central. Heron got the rebound. Central brings it down. 40 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 43-39. Out front, Applewhite. Sit to the left side to Sorrell. Back out front to Applewhite. Over into the corner it goes to Gillespie. He put up a little jumper, 7-footer from the left side. It's up, it's good. 45-39. 12 seconds remaining in the third. Central with the lead. Counting it down. Williams brings it down the floor to the left side. Williams drives, kicks it right wing. Long 3 in the air, won't go, and that's the end of the third quarter. End of the third quarter of play. The score, Memphis Central 45, Clarksville 39, back in 1 minute.
Because you can see for...
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
It finds Memphis Central leading Clarksville 45-39. Good ball game. Clarksville will inbound at side court right in front of us.
And Central's going to stay with that zone. They must improve their rebounding, and Williams has got to find a way to get a shot against this zone.
Williams out front. Right side to Knott. Knott gives it back to Williams. Williams at the top of the key. Left side to Young. Over to Knott. Knott left side. 3 in the air. In and out. No good. Rebound is by Jones. Down the floor. Memphis Central. Over to Applewhite. Back to Jones. Jones feeds it left side to Sorrell. In the corner, ball tipped away. And loose ball coming out with it, Jones. Jones down to the top of the key. Backs out. Goes right side. Loose ball in the corner. Picked up. And then they threw it away. Ball's going to belong to Clarksville. Listen, you might eat a minute off the clock, but you're only up by 6.
You've got to go ahead and play at a good tempo and attack the basket. You can't hold it. We've seen, you and I have been many state tournament games lost by holding the ball too early.
Here comes Clarksville across the stripe. 6:45 remaining in the contest. Left side in the lane, kicks it right side, 3 up, off the side, no good. Rebound, coming out with it, Sorrell. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. That is Jones with the ball. So far, Clarksville dying by the 3 in this quarter. Loose basketball. Picked back up by Gillespie. Gillespie drives in the lane, stops, puts it up, no good. Rebound up, and the shot good by Sorrell.
And that's a big basket for Memphis Central. They need a good defensive stand here, and Clarksville needs to get at least a 2 of this trip.
Down out front. Right side, out top of the key. Williams for Clarksville gives it over to Knott. Feeds it in the corner, out to Young. Back to Williams. Williams to the left side. Over the left side to Young. Whistle, foul away from the ball.
Play defense with your feet, not your hands. Do you think Williams is a marked man by this zone the way they're playing it, Dan?
1-and-1 time as Drake Young will go to the line for the 1+. How huge are these free throws?
Big.
Shot it, as Haney would say, and got it.
One of the great phrases of all time.
I never do a game that I don't at least use one of his. Second shot up good. 47-41, and a timeout is called. It's a 30-second break, and we will take a 30-second break, local break on the TSSAA network. Well, there's 3 more games to follow after this one, a AAA and 2 single A's, and that first single A game, hold on.
You better hold on. Buckle up your chin strap and everything else. Dan, if Memphis Central wants to eat some time off, and I know they're trying to buy some time foul trouble-wise, you run your offense, you just take nothing but a layup on it, but you run your regular offense.
Full court press here by Clarksville, and Central inbounds, and Applewhite brings it down. Applewhite, a senior, gives it out to Jones. Jones gives it left side, 3 in the air. Yes, it's there by Sorrell. Sorrell for 3, and it's a 9-point ball game, 50-41. Memphis Central leading. Williams kicks it over to the right side. Goes to Knott. Back out front to Young. Over to Williams. Back around the play with the perimeter. Long 3 in the air. Shot won't go. And Applewhite with the rebound. And here comes Central.
Rebounding's improved out of that zone.
He has 9 rebounds. Applewhite.
He's actually their leading rebounder for the year.
Out front. With it, Jones, whistle, and a hand check foul called on 14 Young, and he's fouled out of the game.
And a big loss. This young man contributed some valuable minutes and hit a couple of valuable buckets, too.
Into the game for Clarksville. Number 30, Majors, into the game. To the line will be Jones. Fouls are even at 9 apiece. Shot up, it's good. He'll have another.
Dan, neither team goes very deep into their bench. Central maybe a little more, but Clarksville, for the most part, only uses 6 players.
Gillespie back into the ballgame. Shot in and out, no good. Sammy Fisher once said, give me 6 or 7 players, we'll be all right. Out front, Williams.
And he won a few ball games.
He did. Williams right side, long 3 in the air, gone! 51-44. That'll get you back into the ball game. 4:14 remaining in the ball game, and a timeout is called. And 51-44 the score. Memphis Central leading a full 60-second local break coming your way on the TSSAA network. 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining in the ball game. And it's 51-44, Memphis Central leading Clarksville. Central will inbound. This is Applewhite. He's going to be double teamed in backcourt. This one got a foul. Foul's going to be on Williams. And that's going to send Applewhite to the free throw line. He is 6 of 8 from the free throw line. 24 points on the day.
And has done a little bit of everything except for sell at the concession stand today.
First one up, it's good. 52-44. Substitutions coming in. Coach Applewhite going tall.
Going to get the big 2-3 zone out there and try to cut down on Williams' three-point shooting.
Second one up, it's good. 53-44, Clarksville trailing. Clarksville with the ball. Right side, and now a hand check foul going to be called on Applewhite.
Move your feet. Don't let them score with the clock stopped.
To the line will be Williams. He'll shoot 2 times. 4 minutes remaining in the ball game. Shot in and out, no good. What's a free throw percentage for Clarksville?
Let's check that out. They remember yesterday that was one of their Achilles heels. They are 6 for 10 for 60% right now.
Second one up, it's good. They're 7 of 11 now. And here comes Central with the ball and an 8-point lead. Out across the time stripe out front is Johnson. Johnson gives it over to Jones. Jones out in front court. Whistle and a foul. Traveling call.
And you're going to see Clarksville trap off of their man defense. They've got one person designated. And they'll trap with anybody, but they've got one designated can leave his man alone and go trap at any time.
3:45 remaining in the ball game. And Clarksville inbounds and brings it down. This is Williams. Williams, long NBA 3 off the rim, won't go. Whistle and somebody over the back. I think it's on Central. Really? I think it's on number 32, and that's Heron.
Again, the rebounding and Achilles heel for Central right now.
Not to the line twice. First one good.
Clarksville hitting those 3 free throws they didn't hit yesterday.
Second shot coming by Knott. Eyes it, popped it, got it. 53-47, 3:37 remaining. Inbounding. And whistle, and we got a foul. Foul is on number 3, Williams.
And that's one of those fouls, Dan, that you don't want. It didn't help you. Put a pretty good free throw shooter at the line, and the lefty's going to try one.
Shot up off the back of the rim. You jinxed him again. Johnson to the line. He'll have yet another.
This young man's been a money player, though, all year for Memphis Central.
Second one up good.
Timeout has been called. Memphis Central.
And let's see what Memphis Central wants to do with their timeout. They have asked for a full. Dan, let's take a full local timeout.
Let's do that right now. And 3:32 remaining in the game. Doofus will have the next ball game.
Oh, man. I'm staying out of that one.
Okay. Down across the time stripe. This is Clarksville with the ball, trailing by 7. Out front, this is Williams. Gives it out to Hightower in the lane. Back out front to Williams. Williams to the right side. Gives it back out front. 3 in the air. Rattle rim. Tip no good. Rebound Hightower. Applewhite. Applewhite just picked up his 10th rebound. Out across the stripe. Into the corner. Baseline shot all air. Follow up. Good with the bucket was Sorrell.
Sorrell's picked up a couple of big buckets for Central in the last 3 minutes.
9-point advantage by Central. Oh, somebody got elbowed and they go to the floor. And long 3 in the air is good by Williams. And right in the snuzzola, Applewhite hit the floor.
And Applewhite had been hit earlier in the nose in the first half. And I like the kid says, Dad, stay off the floor. Let me stay in.
And if there's any blood, he's got to come out. Not intentional by any means. Nose was at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Absolutely. You could use a timeout to administer to him and bring him back in, but they've chosen to keep it. Both teams have 2 timeouts left.
.238 remaining. 6-point advantage by Memphis Central. Central inbounds and brings it down. This is Jones. Jones crosses stripe, passes it off underneath. Up 2, whistle foul, bucket's going to count. Great move by Johnson to the hoop.
And this is Johnson's time for Memphis Central, just like Williams has got to fire it up for Clarksville.
Young charged with the foul. Johnson, the senior, to the line. We'll shoot one time. 58-50, Memphis Central leading. Shot in the air up, good. And Applewhite comes back into the ballgame. Still holding that jaw.
He is holding it, but you got your big defensive lineup. And now Williams for Clarksville has 4 fouls on him, Dan.
Williams with the ball to the right side. Whistle, kicking a ball call. And inbounding at side court will be Clarksville.
Well, I don't want to jinx them, but I want to commend our officials for a good game so far.
Hey, they've kept it under control, and this one could have gotten nasty. Over to the left side, Williams looks for help. Bounce pass goes into the corner. Loose ball. Clarksville comes out with it, drives, tried to put it up. It wasn't anywhere near. And the loose ball picked up, and whistle, we got a foul in the backcourt. And he's got his choice. Who did he take?
Well, he may have got Williams, and Williams, they corrected the board. He's only got 2. They had 4 up for him a while ago.
Williams charged with the foul. 59-50 the score. Memphis Central leading with 2:04 remaining in the ball game. 2-shot foul coming up here for Jones. Shot in the air, missed it.
Kind of short arm that one, didn't have enough leg in it. Made a good move, Central did. They had Applewhite on Williams a while ago, putting the taller player on him.
Second shot up, it's good. 60-50. Do the math. Central on top. Out front, top of the key. 3 in the air. Yes, it's there. Williams for 3, and suddenly it's a 7-point ball game with 1:59 remaining and a full timeout coming your way on the TSSAA network. 60-53 the score. 7-point advantage by Memphis Central. Central will inbound. And bring it down against the tight press. The ball's batted and stolen. Now the loose ball picked up by Central, and a foul is called. Who did he get? Hightower?
I think he got Hightower.
Hightower, Anthony Hightower. 6'4" senior charged with foul. 4 on him. Great movie name, Hightower.
Oh, great. Fouls mounting up on both teams. This last minute 49 could be attrition time.
Shot up. Yeah. 61-53.
And that time, Applewhite knew the basketball gods were with him as that one rolled around.
Second shot up, rattle the rim, won't go. Hightower got the rebound. And here comes Clarksville trailing 61-53. Left side drives baseline, tried to put it up, and drew a foul with 1:40 remaining. Do you think this game will ever end?
I don't know.
Or is it one of those that just goes on forever?
Well, we had one that almost did that yesterday with the 75-foot shot.
Yeah. To the line will be Williams. Two times, first one up good. 61-54. Clarksville refusing to go away. And doing a good job of it.
They have done that. They have hung tough.
Second one up, it's good. 61-55, inbounding. They bring it down. They being Memphis Central. They get it across the time stripe, out front, over into the corner. Back to the right side, goes to Jones. Jones double teamed out there. Kicks it out midcourt. Whistle got a foul. Foul's going to be on number 3, Williams. It's his fourth rather. To the line will be Chase Knott. Correct that. Myron Johnson charge will go to the line rather and shoot 2 times. Shot is up, no good.
And he's now 3 of 6. This is a big free throw for Central, and obviously it'd be a big rebound for Clarksville if he misses.
1:21 remaining in the contest. Johnson to the line, got it. 62-55. Central with 2 timeouts remaining. Clarksville with 1. Down across the time stripe. This is Williams. Williams long NBA 3. Got it! Drained her dry, and it's a 4-point game with 71 seconds remaining in the ball game. It goes to Applewhite. He's double teamed back there, and a loose basketball picked back up by Applewhite in the lane. Backward pass, and it's stolen away by Knott, and here comes Clarksville with the basketball. And Whistle going to have a foul, and it's going to be on Applewhite.
And you don't want to stop the clock at this point and let them score, they being Clarksville. And you got a great free throw shooter at the line.
To the line will be Williams.
And we look like got some moisture on the floor.
They bring the towel.
Well, you know what Holmes was going over, do the old-fashioned way with your shoe to get the moisture off the floor. That is a smart young man.
Most of the time. That's what they do in practice.
Yeah, you don't have time to, even if you do have 100 student coaches like Don Meyer used to have, you got that shoe and get it off the floor.
53 seconds remaining in the ball game. Williams to the line for Clarksville. He shoots 2, popped it, got it. 62-59.
And Dan, we're getting down to Pepto-Bismol time for the 2 coaches.
You're exactly right. Williams to the line one more time. Isaac popped it. Got it. 62-60 the score. Now they're finding some more. We call it, they call it perspiration. We call it sweat on the floor.
Moisture of any type. But good officiating. Hey, these guys have been alert on everything today.
They've done a good job. They've had a tough game to call.
They really have. I'm glad they're calling it, and I'm not. I'm glad I'm over here. I can officiate, coach, do everything, not pick up technicals or booze.
Okay, we're set to play. Inbounding is Memphis Central. Long pass complete to Gillespie. Gillespie driving to the bucket. And that I don't understand.
No.
I do not understand. Why are you driving to the bucket? Why not circle the wagons?
Time is your ally if you're Memphis Central. It is your enemy if you're Clarksville. But now you have actually helped them out, and we have a foul out now. That was Hightower.
Hightower has fouled out of the game. Into the game comes number 5. That is Chase Knott. To the line is Gillespie for Memphis Central. He was a non-starter. He will shoot 2 times. He eyes it, shot it, missed it. Oh, my.
And Gillespie really trying hard, but he has a hard free throw motion, Dan, and this could be interesting.
Second shot. Up in the air. Got it. 3-point ball game, 63-60. Inbounding Clarksville. Whistle. Timeout is called. 63-60. Central by 3. 48 seconds remaining in the game. We'll be back in 1 minute. .48 seconds remaining in the ball game. 3-point Memphis Central lead. Clarksville will inbound.
Dejon Williams has hit 8, I believe. Let's check that. 8 for 16 from 3-point area. I'm not going to let him touch the basketball, and if I'm Clarksville, I'm doing everything in the world to get him the basketball.
What's the record?
Tarian Moy, I think, with 11. I could be wrong, though.
Down the floor, across the stripe, Holmes for Clarksville. Holmes to the right side. Whistle and a foul. And it's a foul going to be called on Clarksville.
A blocking foul.
Just fouled out. Number 5, Chase Knott.
Turning 30, Kevin Majors. And number 21, Grant Overstone.
And Dan, I was right on something. It is Tarian Moy of Booker T. Washington, 11, back in 2001 versus Howard.
Your memory impressive. Out to 4, Johnson, and a quick foul called, and that's going to send Johnson to the line for Central. Shoot 2 times.
You know that Kerry Mallard takes credit for teaching me memory lessons.
Kerry Mallard don't need to take credit for anything.
Well, he's younger than I am, so I got a little edge on him.
Don't tell him that. You got more hair than he's got. Hey, Isaac shot it, got it. 4-point lead by Memphis Central.
Coach Applewhite says, move your feet, do not foul.
Second one up, rattle the rim, won't go. Rebound is by Clarksville. Down the floor in the lane, Holmes passes it off, gives it over to Williams. Williams at the top of the key. Back to the left side, puts up a three off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound is by Central down the floor underneath, and a foul call. Foul is going to be on number 22, Guerrera, who just checked into the ball game. And he's going to send Applewhite to the game with 16 seconds remaining. It would appear that Central is headed to a game tomorrow afternoon.
It would. Remember, cool heads are going to win the hot ball game even with 16 seconds.
Shot up, good. 5-point advantage now by Memphis Central. Applewhite with 28 points. Shot in the air, up, good. 29 points now for Applewhite. Down the floor, left side, this is Williams. Williams puts up a long three, no good. Follow-up, good with a bucket, Majors. 66-62, down the floor and stuffed it home. That was Jones with the final bucket. 68-62, the final score as Memphis Central has defeated Clarksville in this semifinal game. 68-62 the final, and we will be back in 2 minutes.
Want to take a look at this? Thanks to Blue Cross's Walking Works for Schools program, Tennessee kids have walked over 17 million miles in the past 5 years. That's enough for 35 trips to the moon and back. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee. Committed to getting kids walking and healthy. Get involved at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.